Said, quote, local officials are concerned about having enough funds to support flood fighting operations, and this emergency declaration is a step toward pursuing a federal disaster declaration that could bring additional resources to our local political subdivisions, end quote. Now, Burgum indicated in February that he would consider waiving weather-related closure days if, as required by state law, a district has made every effort to make up that missed instruction time. So far, the governor has waived a combined total of 44 days for 19 school districts. Additional waiver requests are still being processed and could be granted in the coming weeks.
Well, cities are learning how much state funding they will receive from Operation Prairie Dog. Governor Doug Burgum signed it into law last week, making infrastructure funds available to people across the state. And Mandan will get a little over $6.5 million. Fargo will receive the highest amount at over $25 million, and Bismarck will receive just over $16 million. And Lincoln gets $1.2 million. Now, Beulah is allocated a little over $1 million, and Rugby, Hazen, and Bottineau will all be getting over $800,000 to help with infrastructure projects.
The area's next roundabout has been planned for the west side of the Missouri River. Mandan officials say they plan to install a roundabout at the intersection of Collins Avenue and Old Red Trail. Federal officials say the intersection currently does not meet the criteria for traffic signals, so city leaders opted for a roundabout instead. That roundabout will be built as part of an overall improvement project being done on Highway 1806 from Mandan Avenue to 27th Street Northwest. City officials say the roundabout is one of the safest intersections for traffic around.
You eliminate the head-on and T-bone type crashes, so you're looking at just angle crashes, and they handle the flow of traffic better than four-way stop as well.
He also adds the roundabout will be able to handle large truck traffic and should be about the same size as the one currently in operation in Bismarck at the intersection of Highway 10 and 66th Streets.
All right, sounds good. And keep it with us here this morning on Good Day Dakota, still to come.
With the warming comes the melting. Meteorologist Amber Wheeler will join us to explain one of the hidden dangers during the thaw that we don't often think about in this week's Weather Wise. We'll be right back.
Join the conversation on Facebook and Twitter with Good Day Dakota.
541, welcome back.
Well, it's that time of year where we get pretty excited about thawing out.
The sun melts the snowpack as well as the frost that's in the ground.
And you this morning, meteorologist Amber Wheeler is here to explain a hazard from the thaw that you may not know exists in this week's Weather Wise. Amber?
Well, you know, the cold plays a huge role in the frost depth that we have here in the winter, and in many cases across the state, it's actually several feet thick, and so this can cause problems when it actually starts to thaw and when it forms as well. Take a look at the current frost depth around the state. I got this from the NDON. So this is the depth that the temperature is 32 degrees or colder, meaning all the moisture down to these levels have the ability to be frozen. So there are some areas that are still incredibly low. You can see Adams at 69 inches, Minot at 59, and a lot lower, as you can see, or I should say a little higher in some areas that we've been much warmer. But a hazard from this frozen soil is called frost heaving, where literally lenses of ice form and the soil just swells upwards. The lifting and eventual dropping from the melting is tough on roads and even your home. Take a look at this video. Frost heaving has lifted the ground in many areas, and luckily there were no homes here or roads, but this is the same principle behind pothole formation and bumpy roads. Water collects in the layers of asphalt. At night, it freezes, and then during the day with the daytime heating, it melts. And with repeated aggravation from car tires, a hole will form and continue to get bigger. So, of course, we see these all the time. And as the soil freezes and expands, it can also put pressure on the foundation of your home and your basement walls. The cracks, they're normal. Many cracks are normal, but there's a trick to figure out if they're normal or if they're from frost heaving, and it happens over time. So you find one of these cracks and you measure the width, you kind of circle or maybe make a mark where that crack is, and you measure year after year. You keep measuring, and if this crack grows in width, you might have a frost heaving problem, and this is something that you want to get fixed and get looked at. To avoid this, make sure that there is limited moisture around to freeze around your house. Drain tiles, if you're a homeowner, you know what I'm talking about. These are good to keep the water away from the foundations, and on rare occasions they have to be tended to. I've had to adjust my own before. They weren't working for me very well. Also, gravel and sand are good ways next to the foundation to keep that water filtering away. Also, during the spring months when it's really rainy, make sure that water is draining at least 10 feet away from your home and keep it from collecting at the exterior of the wall. So this will help ensure that moisture doesn't pool in the soil and freeze during the winter months. And Tim and Alicia, you know, frost heaving is another reason why we have water main breaks. It's also something that, you know, have you seen those big piles of rocks in farmers' fields before? That's from actual rocks lifting from the frost pushing into it. And it kind of grabs it with their cultivators. They'll get them and they'll put them in little piles. That's from that as well. So we actually see it quite a bit. It's just we don't think about the damage it can do to our homes.
It's not always voles.
I need to I need to take notes on this because I'm not a homeowner yet, but someday I will be, and I know there will be things that surprise me every year. I don't want this to be one of them. So
definitely a problem.
Thank
you, Amber. And there's still plenty of news and weather ahead this morning on Good Day Dakota, including...
Is there a link between smoking and dementia? We'll tell you about a new study on that in just a few minutes.
And Amber will be back with all the details on what's to come this week in this week's weather in her full weather forecast. That's next.
Now, your local weather with the KX Storm Team.
47 after the hour. Welcome back.
Yeah, it's a foggy morning for much of the region. I know you're talking about parts of the region don't even know it because they've been lucking out.
Yeah.
It seems those in the
Especially
Northwest
the Northwest,
region.
yeah.
Yes, they have
60s
been
yesterday in Williston, no fog,
I know.
waking up to the 40s.
Yeah.
That's a place to live. Most of the snowpack
Right?
gone in those areas,
Yeah.
but we've seen a lot of melting, so of course that's given us that that fog. And now I do want to visit the rain gauge, or the not rain gauge, the river gauge kind of situation here. I know a lot of folks watching these. Here are the river levels across the state. Now you see a lot of green, which means no flooding. A couple of areas that we're watching, of course, up towards Williston, you got that major flood stage that we're watching on the Missouri. Got some little Missouri, minor flooding there as well. Another place that we're watching, a brand new gauge that I'm watching there is on the corner of, or on the edge of Sioux and Grant counties. Now this is Cedar Creek near Raleigh, and this one right now is just below action stage at 10 feet, but the forecast is for this to go into minor flood stage in the coming days here. That is something to watch if you live along that river there. The Little Missouri River near Medora, this one has hit moderate flood stage earlier this week and now is forecast to stay in this minor flood stage. Right now, just over 15 feet. The Missouri River near Williston, this has certainly been a problem area and continues to stay a problem area in the coming days, staying in that major flood stage at just over 27 feet. The Cannonball River near Brian, this one changed yesterday and the forecast was a little worse than what we anticipated because now it looks like it's heading into that moderate stage, just about a foot below that record. So unfortunately, this particular area will be one that we're watching in the coming days as that water level does continue to rise. Fog is a huge issue this morning. I've got this down to 1/10 of a mile so you can see that when it says 0, that means it's less than 1/10 of a mile visibility. So we're talking in some cases just a few hundred feet. So this is why we have a dense fog advisory until 11. But a lot of cloud cover out there, a lot of breaks in these clouds as well. So we'll get some good sunshine eventually. A few sprinkles associated with a cold front. So if you see a few sprinkles on your windshield this morning, that is the extent of that. We don't have more moisture coming where that came from. So temperatures right now starting off nice, lots of 40s up towards the northwest, 40 in Minot, 30 in Bismarck, and 34 in Dickinson. The wind speeds will increase as well as the passing of this cold front really picks those winds up. Right now we're westerly 5 to 10. Expect northwesterly wind speeds to increase today, 15 to 20, gusting to 20 and 30. So the strongest wind gusts I believe will be up towards north central around Minot and off towards the west around Williston. So we'll clear out some of the clouds today with the passing of this cold front. Not the entire day. You can see here some clouds will drop in from the north, but we do have a chance at some sun and temperatures return to the 40s and the 50s. Now high pressure wants to keep this moisture down towards the south, but we do have a slight chance for a little bit of rain, possibly a rain or snow shower heading into early Thursday morning along our border counties, potentially more into Corson County, South Dakota. But just know that's going to be brief, and that's pretty much the extent of our moisture in the coming days. Dickinson, here's your 3-day forecast. The average high today, 46, and we'll be around that on Thursday and on Friday. Here's the Williston 3-day forecast. More of the same there. Warm today and still keeping it warm on Thursday and Friday, but dropping down to average. Highs today across the state are slightly warmer for areas around Bismarck because, you know, we only hit 41 yesterday in Bismarck and we hit 65 yesterday in Williston. A little cooler there. Here's the Minot 7-day forecast. As you can see, we don't have a ton of chances here for any rain or snow, but mostly 40s and 50s, and that is the same story for Bismarck as well. The average high across the state in the mid 40s. Some areas now venturing into the upper 40s. So we're getting somewhere with these temperatures, but we are kind of a slow warm up here, which is a really good thing for these rivers. We don't want any major spikes in the temperatures right now.
I think I promised you last week I wouldn't complain for that week.
You did. I remember that.
No, I didn't say anything about this week.
I don't know if you actually passed that.
Oh, come on. I'm pretty sure I didn't complain.
We need to go back and
we have
check
to
the tape.
review.
Yeah.
All I'm going to say is 40 with clouds and no sunshine. It does feel a little chilly,
doesn't it?
doesn't it?
It does feel kind of chilly, especially when the winds pick up a little bit too.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Amber.
And if you're looking for something to celebrate today, let's check out our National Day calendar.
National Scribble Day. Any scribblers here at the desk? You know, just kind of.
You know, I used
scratching
to
away at
in
paper.
class.
Look at my forecast
when I was in
Nobody can read them.
I was a scribbler in high school, just drawing on my worksheets, you know.
Yeah.
Also, National Little Red Wagon Day. You know those wagons.
Yeah.
I think I had one when I was a kid.
I think of the Miranda Lambert song.
Yeah. I think of
Right.
Calvin and Hobbes.
Oh,
You
yeah.
guys read Calvin and Hobbes?
No, but I know
Ever?
what you're talking about. Yeah.
He and Hobbes would zip down the hill in their
Oh,
wagon.
yes.
Plenty of stories coming up on Good Day Dakota, including this.
Local students have won an award for their bright idea for the future. We'll tell you what that's all about when we return.
Thank you for starting your day with Good Day Dakota.
Well, it's 5:53. Welcome back. Here are today's top health stories. A new study finds that no link between smoking and an increased risk of dementia. The research from the University of Kentucky refutes previous studies that have found a connection. Researchers stress that smoking is still associated with many other health risks. How well millennials adjust to college may depend on the support that they get from their parents. A study from the University of Missouri finds that millennials who perceive their parents as supportive of their psychological needs, including the need for autonomy, are less likely to worry compared to those who perceive their parents to be over-involved and controlling. Researchers say that millennial college students are experiencing poorer psychological health than other previous generations. And new research finds trained musicians are better at paying attention than non-musicians. The study from the University of Chile found that musical training improved the ability to focus and tune out distractions. And the more training a musician has, the better the control.
Some young minds are developing a vision for the future of treating lung cancer. 4 fifth graders from elementary schools around Minot have won a regional award called Explore-A-Vision. It's a challenge to young people to think about problem solving 20 years in the future. On Tuesday, the Edison elementary students were given their award and an invitation to compete against 5 other teams for the national title in their age group. Their project is called APN, and that stands for something a little difficult to pronounce, so we'll let one of the winning students take over.
Our project is APN, adenocarcinoma prevention with nanobots.
Basically eradicating any cells that might be cancerous before they even had a chance to duplicate.
I'm really excited because there's so many other people that we went against.
5th graders. How
Wow.
about that?
I'm glad she pronounced that.
Yeah, me too. Each member of the national award-winning team will get a $10,000 savings bond.
And runners-up get a $5,000 bond, and the winners will be notified in mid to late April.
Well, congratulations to them already. They're already big winners.
Impressive.
That's great. Well, dubbed the French Spider-Man, Elaine Robert has scaled a skyscraper in Paris without a harness. Take a look at our best video of the day. He was doing it to raise some funds for the renovation of the Notre Dame Cathedral. Now, before the climb, he said he wanted to give a helping hand for the renovation of the cathedral, and he hoped that others would pitch in as well. The 56-year-old was seen using horizontal struts running up the NG headquarters' curved facade and a protruding structure there from top to bottom, 607 feet of glass. In the business district there. He has climbed more than 100 structures, by the way, including the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. He's climbed huge structures in Dubai, as well as this same tower in Paris back in 2016. He was arrested shortly after completing that climb. I remember this guy.
Yeah, it makes my stomach turn every single time.
Palms are sweaty right now.
Yeah. I used to climb trees. I can't climb trees anymore. I don't want to.
Sure.
I
can barely go up a flight of stairs.
Heights. Exactly.
Yeah. I know how that goes. Can't imagine being that guy.
Oofda.
Yeah.
Well, coming up after the break on Good Day Dakota, for this week's edition of Positively North Dakota at 6:30, Erin Fields will introduce us to a woman who has dedicated her life to give others a voice.
And with the warming comes the melting. Amber has our weather-wise this year, this week, on a hidden danger that we don't often talk about this time of year. Right now, though, we have some fog out there.
Another
Amber.
danger on the roadway, visibility in some cases less than a tenth of a mile. Here's the Skycam in downtown Bismarck. Plan your day around fog this morning and then decreasing clouds into the afternoon. Highs returning to the 40s and 50s for us today. Here's that dense fog advisory. This is for a good part of our state there, all of south central and most of eastern North Dakota. That's until 11. And temperatures looking to stay warm today, and then we're cooling, but we're just cooling back to average. But it looks like we'll keep those 50s in store for Sunday.
Sounds good. Thanks for joining us for the first hour of Good Day Dakota.
We'll be back after the break.
Now your forecast first with the KX Storm Team.
And good morning. It is 6 o'clock. We've got some warm temperatures in the northwest. Got some 40s in Williston to start off the morning, even 42 in Minot, 30 in Bismarck, and 37 in Dickinson. So plan your day around dense fog if you're in central or eastern North Dakota, and decreasing clouds into the afternoon. Highs returning to the 40s and the 50s. Here's a look at that dense fog. In many cases, we're down to just a few hundred feet. The dense fog advisory lasts through much of the morning. But coming up, I'll tell you about our cool down for the rest of the work week. This is Good Day Dakota, and the news starts right now.
It's gonna be a good day, so let's get it started.
Live from KX News, this is Good Day Dakota.
Welcome to Good Day Dakota. I'm Tim Olson.
And I'm Alicia Huck. Thanks for waking up with us this Wednesday morning.
A decade ago, a plan was made to end homelessness in the Bismarck-Mandan area.
Our top story this morning, assisting the homeless. The Homeless Coalition put an initiative in place in 2008 outlining goals that it wished to reach by 2018. After talking with a member of the coalition, we found that although the plan was thorough, sights may have been set a little high. Since the plan was written, there's been a lot of turnover with staff who worked on the original plan, and funding for homelessness was reduced significantly during the 10-year period as well. Not to mention a men's shelter and this women and children's shelter have closed in just the last few years.
And actually, our needs have actually increased compared to what we had in 2008.
Now this time the coalition will be putting together a 5-year plan in hopes of accomplishing more specific attainable goals.
An ordinance for minimum standards for rental housing could help some local renters. Commissioner Nancy Guy says the city of Bismarck has never had this kind of standard on the law books before. She says it would be a tool for residents to file complaints with the city if their landlord isn't completing required repairs. At a city commission meeting on Tuesday, the Youth Works program manager spoke in favor of that ordinance, but a member of a local apartment association called it redundant and said that tenants would take advantage. Commissioner Guy told us that when you're searching for an apartment, you should check out a few basic things first. Make sure all the locks work, that your furnace works, and that you have hot water coming from every spigot. Also, check your plumbing for any leaks and double check that every light switch into place works. And to offer a little help to people out there, Bismarck's mayor has declared April Fair Housing Month.
Well, a fire broke out in an apartment building in Dickinson on Tuesday. Everyone did get out safely.
I couldn't see nothing. I had to run my hand against the wall and, scoop my feet just to get down the stairs.
Around 10 o'clock Tuesday morning, fire crews responded to a fire at Lily Pad Apartments. The small apartment building has 13 apartments and residents are not allowed back in right now. The cause of the fire is unknown, but it started in the kitchen of one of the apartments.
And it was a room and contents fire. That apartment is a total loss, but the building is not a total loss.
The American Red Cross is assisting the 13 families who were evacuated from their apartments.
Happening today, Governor Doug Burgum, along with top National Guard and other emergency officials, will be in Fairview to survey the damage done by rising waters on the Yellowstone River. We took this video of some of the flooding on the Yellowstone in McKenzie County earlier this week. Now, local officials say more than 40 families and homes have been impacted by the flooding near the North Dakota-Montana border. A section of Highway 200 in that area is still closed. And to add to the issues concerning the Yellowstone River, the State Department of Health is reporting an oil sheen on the floodwaters of the Yellowstone. Whiting Petroleum reported the incident, saying that the sheen came from a flooded well pad that had not been fully cleaned up after an oil spill. Now, the company is taking precautionary measures now and deploying booms to block any further oil from getting out.
Well, the Billings County Emergency Manager notified people in Medora that the water levels along the Little Missouri are starting to recede now. Monday morning, the Little Missouri was hovering around 18 feet, which is moderate flood stage. Tuesday, the flood stage was minor with a reading of almost 16 feet, and the Billings County Sheriff's Department told us that no roads are currently blocked or closed, but Chimney Park is closed due to flooding in certain areas of the park. Well, people in Sioux County are keeping a close eye on the Cannonball River near Brien, especially in the next couple of days. This is the Cannonball River near Brien, and the National Weather Service has issued a flood warning for the river until further notice. The river is expected to crest at 20.6 feet sometime Thursday before receding, and that is near the record level for flooding at the Cannonball River. And that takes us to our question of the day. You can find that on Facebook at KX News and KX News Minot. And we're asking, are you concerned that your property or the property of someone you know will flood this year? And majority, 78%, fortunately say no, they do not. But 22% of people are concerned for themselves or somebody they know. So be sure to join us on Facebook.
New this morning, soil moisture appears to be in good shape in the state as the spring planting season nears. The Ag Department shows in its monthly crop report that topsoil moisture is 92% adequate. Subsoil moisture is at 82%. Now, the state's winter wheat crop is looking to be in good shape, with 3/4 of the crop rated in good condition. For cattle producers, the report shows that cattle and calf conditions are mostly fair. The loss of livestock is in the mostly average range, and stock water and hay supplies are mostly rated adequate too.
All right. Well, in continuing coverage this morning, the $2 million project to relocate and expand Pioneer Village is close to receiving significant state funding. The House voted yesterday to give $250,000 to the Ward County Historical Society, and it would be used to move Pioneer Village off of the state fairgrounds by the June deadline set by the state fair. If the bill becomes law, $100,000 of that money would come from the state fair's operating funds. The president of the Historical Society says that the funds from the state would make it possible to move the large building to Burlington, where a new Pioneer Village is planned.
It's enough to move the buildings and put them up on blocks at the site, and then we're going to have to continue raising funds and go from there.
Now, the bill needs the governor's signature to become law, and Leidy says that the group still needs to raise more than $1.5 million to complete the new Pioneer Village.
Well, one Bismarck local has been giving voice to Indigenous people for over 30 years.
Yeah, Kara Curry Hall not only advocates for her people, but all women.
New this morning, Erin Fields sat down with Hall to talk about some of the things that she's been able to accomplish. Good morning, Erin.
Good morning, Tim and Alicia. She told me at the mere age of 24 she was asked to run for office. Although she didn't win, that's when she got her foot in the door with politics. From there, she went and got involved with numerous campaigns, not only involving politics, but sports as well. Her advocacy for Indigenous rights helped pass the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples Bill. I asked Kara, out of all her accomplishments, what was she most proud of?
It's called the WIN Games, and it's a global celebration of Indigenous peoples' traditional sports and games. And that really encourages people to be proud of their ancestry and their identity as Indigenous people.
Hall is currently the Vice President of the Global Kingdom Business Fellowship as well, and they'll be hosting their upcoming conference coming up in April. And Tim and Alicia, coming up at the show, I found out more about Kara's journey, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, looking forward to hearing more of her story. Quite an accomplished woman.
For sure. All right, thank you, Erin. And there's still plenty of news and weather ahead on Good Day Dakota this morning, including...
With all the threats of flooding in our state this spring, we hear from a local family that's been trapped for days.
And Amber will be back with us to give us all the details in her full weather forecast. That's coming up in a bit.
Welcome back to Good Day Dakota.
12 minutes after the hour, welcome back. In continuing coverage, floodwaters from the Heart River in Mandan are receding, but the damage done by the rapid rise of the water is still being felt. This is video of the Heart River that we took yesterday. Sanji Milburn met with a family dealing with flooding so severe that we couldn't even get to them.
A local family is calling themselves survivors after being hit by the Heart River flood. All they can do now is recover after losing livestock and having fences and feed destroyed by the incoming water. The Heart River flood hit many families by surprise. One is the Johnson family.
We didn't know what to do because we've never had it where the river turned around and became the current through our front yard. And boom, this rapid tidal wave came right at us and we had 4 feet of water within 20 minutes.
They live north of the Heart, just southeast of Mandan, and it's a place they've called home for 13 years. And after experiencing the wrath of the 2011 flood, they say it's the second worst.
As far as damage, that's kind of tough because there's a lot of concealed damage when you have a flood. But miles of fencing. Also, Ruby lost some of her sheep, her 4-H project.
The Johnson family has been stranded for 2 days, and they're waiting until the ice melts down. That means they're happy to finally go to school and work, and they're coping with the lifelong changes.
Very scary because you never know when that water's going to stop. And it kept coming and coming and coming.
Although they lost a lot, it's a situation they say they've learned from.
It can all be replaced, so that's not a big deal. But I think you also realize and put the value on family and bonding.
According to the National Weather Service, the flood levels are predicted to slightly rise, but that could change with a quick snow melt or ice jam at any time. Reporting in Mandan, Sanji Milburn, KX News.
The Johnson family has been stranded since Sunday afternoon, but now they're able to get through the water using a tractor.
Yeah, wow, what an experience. They're very optimistic and have a good outlook on things.
Won't forget this spring, I'm sure.
Not at all.
Let's turn it over to Amber now. Flooding has been an issue across the state in various spots, right?
It really has, not just there, but also along the Missouri, the Little Missouri near Medora, also around Williston as well. We've been watching these river gauges around the state. Something else we've been watching, another hazard this morning, is the really dense fog. This picture was sent in to me this morning very early from our own graphics operator, Vincent Moniz. He was coming into work this morning in Bismarck, and you can see just how thick the fog is. Now, it's a little deceiving because you got a little light in the background there, but I can tell you, if you're traveling out in the open country without light, and I was traveling on roads this morning with no light, it was thick. We're talking visibility down to less than 1/10 of a mile, and in some cases just 100 feet. So take care this morning when you head out on the roadways if you're under that dense fog advisory. Temperatures today 40s and 50s, warmer for some and cooler for others. Certainly not going to hit those 60s like we did the Northwest today. But coming up, I'll tell you about our slight cool down we have for the rest of the work week, and I'll tell you about the road closures due to some flooding as well.
Okay, thank you, Amber. McDonald's will no longer fight against raising the minimum wage, and 2 candy giants are mixing things up a bit next month. Here's today's Money Watch report.
Stocks finished higher on Tuesday. The Dow rallied 140 points. The Nasdaq gained 53 and the S&P 500 rose 20. Bed Bath & Beyond shot up nearly 22% after reports it is being targeted by activist investors. It's the biggest one-day gain for the retailer in a decade. The investors want a full turnover of its 12-member board and for it to sell off some non-core businesses. McDonald's will no longer fight against raising the minimum wage. Politico reports the fast food chain told the National Restaurant Association it will stop participating in lobbying efforts at the federal, state, and local levels. The change by McDonald's comes at the same time congressional Democrats are trying to raise the wage, which has remained at $7.25 since 2009. And 2 candy giants are mixing things up a bit next month. Mars has announced a new M&M's flavor hazelnut spread, and Reese's is unveiling 2 new limited time only peanut butter cups. Chocolate lovers will be for those who have always argued the chocolate is the best part of the snack. Peanut butter lovers will be for, well, peanut butter lovers. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Diane King Hall.
Now, your local weather with the KX Storm Team.
Well, it's 6:19 on your Wednesday morning. Welcome back.
Halfway through the week, and of course, it's hard not to enjoy the warmer temperatures, but they are causing troubles out there.
Yeah, they are. And we've been talking about river rises all morning. We've been talking about road closures for several days, and especially Highway 200 still closed this morning, but also North Dakota 24 is closed west of Solon. Now, Highway 200 is closed near Cartwright. Highway 58 junction there, that's closed because of the Yellowstone River rising, and then North Dakota 24 is closed west of Solon because of the Cannonball. I just posted new video that I just got in a few minutes ago on my Facebook page. If you want to see that Cannonball River, the latest video, head to my Facebook page. It's meteorologist Amber Wheeler. You could search for it and find it there. Again, I always appreciate those videos because we're getting firsthand views on these river rises out there. A lot of dense fog this morning. This is our downtown Bismarck Skycam, and the visibility in miles is staggering, down to just a few hundred feet in some cases. I turned on the visibility in a tenth of a mile, so you can see that in some cases it's less than a tenth of a mile. Linton is one of those areas, about 3/10 of a mile in Bismarck, about less than a tenth of a mile in Rugby, and in some cases, again, we're still talking just a few hundred feet, so it is very dangerous out there on the roadway. I even had a tough time driving more than 25 miles per hour on a 45-mile-per-hour road out in the open country, or at least with no lights this morning. So we've got a dense fog advisory until 11, no surprise there, but the dense fog we'll have a hard time rather lasting for the second part of the morning because the wind speeds are going to start picking up. We've got this cold front that's generated just a few sprinkles, and behind that cold front we're going to see increased wind speeds this afternoon. Right now the temperatures are in the 30s for central North Dakota, even 42 there for Minot, 42 for Williston, 39 for Beach. Pretty warm in the northwest, and wind speeds are light right now, mostly out of the west. They've picked up just a little bit there in Beach at about 18 miles per hour, but we'll see these sustained westerly northwesterly winds increase today to around 15 to 20, gusting to 20 and 30. I think the strongest wind gusts will be felt in the northern part of the state there. So as that cold front moves through, it will take some of the cloud cover with it, so we'll get a shot at some sunshine. We won't be completely cloudless today, but we'll have highs returning to the 40s and the 50s. We'll get some good solar heating today as well. Tonight we do have a chance for a little bit of a mixture down towards the south, but high pressure looks like it wants to keep it to the south there. But if you're waking up to maybe a little bit of light snow tomorrow morning in some of our southern counties, especially Corson County, South Dakota, don't be surprised. It will not last all day. Temperatures over the next few days, they are going to plummet. Let's say drop. I think plummet probably sounds a little dramatic here. We're down to the 40s there for Thursday and into Friday. That's actually pretty average for us. And then here's the Williston forecast there. Again, back down to the 40s for Thursday and into Friday. We certainly can't hold on to these 50s and 60s for long, but here are the highs today. We're in the 40s and the 50s. Now, Williston saw 65 degrees yesterday. You won't be as warm yesterday, as you were yesterday, rather. Minot saw about 41. You will be warmer. We're back to the mid-50s later on this afternoon. So temperatures for the next 7 days, we are looking at a lot of 40s, and as you can see there, some 50s as well. Very few chances for rain. Here's Bismarck as well. Looking at pretty average temperatures over the next few days. No major spikes, no major systems bringing a lot of concern for precipitation.
So the Northwest is sharing some of their warmer temperatures.
Just a little bit.
Spreading the love a little.
With those of us in the mid section of the state.
Keep it with us on Good Day Dakota. Still ahead.
As you start your spring cleaning, beware of the mouse droppings. We'll tell you why when we return.
the best way to wake up in the morning is with Good Day Dakota.
Well, 6:26, welcome back. The health department is warning you to watch out for hantavirus this time of year. It's a rare disease that you can get by breathing in air that's been contaminated with rodent urine or droppings. The hantavirus is carried by some kinds of rodents, usually in deer mice, and you are at risk if you don't clean up mouse and rat droppings and if you work in areas where mice and rats live. Now, according to the Department of Health, there was one case in 2018.
Some of the symptoms of hantavirus, it starts out fever, body aches, fatigue, tiredness, and then it progresses within a short period of time, usually days, to where people start having respiratory symptoms and respiratory distress, where they have troubles breathing, shortness of breath, their lungs fill up with fluid.
And to help prevent getting this hantavirus, you are just be sure to clean any infected areas with a disinfectant or mixture of bleach and water.
Here again, I'm not a homeowner, but you know, you see video like that and it makes me pause and say, do I want to own a house?
Yeah. Well, and you think about, you know, other things outside of their house, your camper or even in the barn, that kind of thing when you're cleaning out the barn.
Something
So
to be
just
careful for.
all things to be on the lookout for.
That's right.
All right, Amber, now it's time to talk about the weather and how it's shaping up for us today.
Well, it's very foggy out there. For some, I think that, Alicia, you said earlier you could cut the fog with a knife. I think if you use a butter knife in this case, it's so thick out there. In some cases, the visibility is just down to less than 1/10 of a mile. Take a look at my dog walking forecast this morning. We've got actually a pretty pleasant one when it comes to the temperatures. Many of us in the 30s, but even some areas in the 40s in the northwest around Watford City, around Williston and Crosby. But temperatures today progressing into the 40s and the 50s. We'll shake that fog. We'll increase the wind speeds. That'll be a little breezy, if not kind of windy feeling later on. And say good morning to Bear. Bear looks like, I don't know, maybe he was awakened a little too soon there. Sent in from Tom. Good morning to you both. Coming up, my forecast first is next. I'll show you exactly where that fog is and how long it sticks around.
Very good. Thank you, Amber. And when we return this morning on Good Day Dakota.
This week's edition of Positively North Dakota, Erin Fields will introduce us to a woman who has dedicated her life to giving others a voice.
Now your forecast first with the KX Storm Team.
It is 6:30 on this Wednesday morning. It is certainly very foggy out there, especially if you're in central and eastern North Dakota. The temperatures, though, they're warm. The average temperature is about 35 degrees with very light wind speeds, but we're going to increase the wind speed later on today. A little breezy this afternoon and temperatures around 50. That's an average. Partly sunny. Now, again, that fog is very thick, in some cases down to just a few hundred feet. Less than a tenth of a mile visibility in Linton right now, as well as into Rugby. This sticks around until the latter part of the morning. The dense fog advisory lasts until 11. Coming up, I'll tell you about our warm-up for today and then our cool down. Good Day Dakota continues now.
Good Day Dakota continues on KX News.
Well, it's 6:31. Welcome back.
In this edition of Positively North Dakota, we meet Kara Curry Hall.
New this morning, Aaron Fields joins us now, and he sat down with Hall and talked about how she made history for her community. Aaron?
Yes, and Alicia. So Hall is a Bismarck local, and she's the Cree Indigenous people. She's devoted 30 years of her life giving Indigenous people a voice. I could probably have made this an hour-long story with all the accomplishments she's had, but here's a shortened version of Kara Curry Hall's journey.
I'm a mom and I'm a wife, and I'm a lot of different dimensions of being a woman.
Not only is Kara all of these things, but much more.
I come from a small reservation and from a long line of chiefs on both sides, my mom and my dad, and it was always around the environment of politics and not understanding it or the importance of it when I was growing up, but always familiar with the conversation.
She told me at the mere age of 24 she was asked to run for office. She didn't end up winning, but she says it opened up a platform of many opportunities for her. From there, she started working with different campaigns and learning the ins and outs of the world of politics and also sports.
How to be diplomatic and how to negotiate, but you have to also be really bold and really courageous and assertive and knowing exactly your position that you're coming from and what it is you're trying to achieve.
She says she used her new skills to be a voice for the people that couldn't.
That there's one maker and one people, and that we're all one people. But there's a certain group of people that have been really oppressed, and that's my people. And so to finding ways that are creative, putting efforts into that to reverse it, undo it, and then cause them to be revived.
That led her to working with the United Nations, where she advocated for the UN's Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples.
You must first, before making any laws or making any decisions that affect and impact those people, obtain free, prior, and informed consent from them.
With the help of Hall and many others, they successfully got the UN to adopt the bill in 2007. To this day, she continues giving Indigenous peoples the support and courage to fight for their rights.
When you can give people a voice and you can motivate them to use their own voice, even as like in the world of politics, that yeah, your vote counts, you matter in a big way. You have a huge say of what your history is going to look like.
Since then, she's been a founder of the World of Indigenous Peoples Games, which is a multi-sport event involving over 2,000 Indigenous athletes from all over the world, and she is currently the Vice President for Kingdom Business, a global leadership conference. So Tim and Alicia, like I said, this could have been like an hour long.
Yeah, what hasn't she done?
3 decades of so much work.
Exactly.
Giving people a voice, that's a really great calling. That's wonderful.
Thank you for sharing that, Aaron.
Keep it with us on Good Day Dakota. Still ahead.
Renters might be getting some help if a new ordinance is passed. We'll have the details on what that's all about coming up next.
Now more Good Day Dakota on KX News.
Well, it's 6:36. Welcome back. A fire broke out in an apartment building in Dickinson on Tuesday. Everyone did get out safely.
I couldn't see nothing. I had to run my hand against the wall and, scoop my feet just to get down the stairs.
Around 10 o'clock Tuesday morning, fire crews responded to a fire at Lily Pad Apartments. The small apartment building has 13 apartments and residents are not yet allowed back in. The cause of the fire is unknown, but it did start in the kitchen of one of the apartments. The American Red Cross is assisting the 13 families who were evacuated from their apartments.
An ordinance for minimum standards for rental housing could help some local renters. Commissioner Nancy Guy says the city of Bismarck has never had this kind of standard on the law books before. She said it would be a tool for residents to file complaints with the city if their landlord is not completing required repairs. At a city commission meeting on Tuesday, the Youth Works program manager spoke in favor of the ordinance, but a member of a local apartment association called it redundant and said that tenants would take advantage. Commissioner Guy tells us when you're searching for an apartment, you should check out a few basic things. Make sure all the locks work, that your furnace works, and that you have hot water coming from every spigot. You should also check your plumbing for any leaks and double check that all the light switches in the home work. And to offer a little help for folks out there, Bismarck's mayor has declared April to be Fair Housing Month.
All right. Well, there's still plenty of news and weather ahead this morning on Good Day Dakota, including...
With the warming comes the melting. Meteorologist Amber Wheeler will explain one of the hidden dangers during the thaw that we don't often talk about. That's in this week's Weather Wise.
And she'll also have her full weather forecast, so be sure to stick around to plan your day with Amber. It's all straight ahead on Good Day Dakota.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us. Join the conversation on Facebook and Twitter with Good Day Dakota.
40 minutes after the hour, welcome back.
Well, it's that time of year again where we all get excited about thawing out.
The sun melts the snowpack as well as the frost in the ground.
Yeah, new this morning, meteorologist Amber Wheeler is here to explain a hazard from the thaw that you may not know even exists in this week's Weather Wise. Amber?
Well, the cold plays a huge role in the frost that we have in the ground, and in some cases it gets down to several feet thick during the winter, and it's still very thick out there. Take a look at the current snow depth that we have, or snowpack, I should say, in the ground. This is what I got from the Indon. So this is where the temperature is 32 degrees or colder, meaning that all the moisture in the ground is frozen at this depth. And so there are some areas that are still very low. Adams is one of them. As you can see, Minot is almost 60 inches at depth. Again, these numbers came from the Indon. So some of them are up, you know, you can see 49 inches in Dickinson and a little thinner there in areas in the west where we've seen some warming temperatures. Now, a hazard from this frozen soil is called frost heaving, where literally lenses of ice can form, causing the soil to swell upwards. The lifting and eventual dropping and melting from the daytime heating and from just the overall melting with the seasons can really do some damage to your home. Now, take a look at this video. This is frost heaving. It's lifted the ground in many areas. Now, luckily, there were no homes or roads here, but this is the same principle behind the formation of bumpy roads and potholes. Water collects in the layers of the asphalt and freezes at night, lifting the asphalt and then lowering with the melting from daytime heating, and with repeated aggravation from car tires, a hole will form and continue to get bigger. Now, as the soil freezes and expands, it can also put pressure on the foundation of your home. Basement cracks are normal, but there's a trick to figuring out whether it's a normal crack or a frost heaving crack. So find one of these areas, measure the width, and circle the area, mark it at some point or mark it in some way, and measure it year after year. Keep measuring and make sure that this crack doesn't grow in width. And if you do see the growth in width, you might just have a frost heaving problem. So to avoid this, make sure that there is limited soil moisture to freeze. So drain tiles around your home will keep the water flowing away from the foundation. On rare occasions, these drain tiles may need some tending to. I've had to adjust my own to keep some water moving away from my foundation. Also gravel and sand, those are things that are very popular to keep water from flowing away from the home as well. Make sure that rain is draining at least 10 feet away from your house to keep it from collecting on your exterior walls. So this will help ensure that moisture doesn't collect up against your walls, not just for flooding, but also to make sure it doesn't freeze in the winter. Now also, Tim and Alicia, you know, this is a reason why we have water main breaks as well. And if you've ever seen those big mounds of rocks in farmers' fields, this is where frost has lifted some of these rocks up from a year. It takes many years to happen, and then when they're cultivating, they pick them up and they just sort of put them in a pile somewhere. That's from frost heaving.
Wow. And I never ever knew that it went so deep.
Yeah,
and
just gonna say
all
that, yeah.
the problems that it could cause.
Yeah, that the frost depth map you showed at the beginning. It gets deep.
Yeah,
really.
And in many cases, it's just 32 degrees, so it's not necessarily colder than that.
Sure. Yeah.
It's warming up, that's for sure.
All right. Okay, thanks, Amber. And the full weather forecast is next.
Good morning. Ahead on CBS This Morning, legal analyst Ricky Kleeman looks at the stunning decision to drop charges against actor Jussie Smollett. Why she says it's one of the most extraordinary turns she's ever seen. And in our Profiles in Service series, meet some of the first women to serve in the Marine ground combat positions previously limited only to men. We'll see you at 7.
Now, your local weather with the KX Storm Team.
It's 6:45. Welcome back.
We've been talking about the fact that we're enjoying this warming, but some of this warming is also causing some problems out there.
Yeah, we've got some river rises, of course. We've been talking about some road closures because of that. Highway 200, as you can see near Cartwright, to Highway 58 Junction. That's in McKenzie County. That's closed due to the rise of the Yellowstone. Most folks in that area know about that. It's been closed for several days. Also, North Dakota 24 now closed. This is west of Solon. This is due to the Cannonball River. I have brand new video that someone just sent to me this morning of the Cannonball River. If you want to check that out, it's on my Facebook page. You can just search for me on Facebook, meteorologist Amber Wheeler, and see that brand new video. The water just keeps rising. That's a gauge that we're continuing to watch. Something else I'm watching this morning is very dense fog. This is our downtown Bismarck Skycam, and you can see that the visibility is in some cases down to just several hundred feet. Now the good news here is I am seeing it retreat just a little bit to the east, but still down to less than 1/10 of a mile in Linton as well as into Rugby. About a half a mile visibility in Bismarck. I can tell you, out in the open country with no lights out there, it is very tough. I drove about 25 miles per hour on a road that is normally 45 miles per hour this morning to get to work because you can cut the fog with a butter knife out there. Here's the dense fog advisory. It has been tailored. Some counties, Sioux County, Grant County, Morton, also taken out of that dense fog advisory, but this will last until 11 a.m. It doesn't stand the chance of lasting past the time when our wind speeds start increasing, and they will today. Here's the satellite and the radar showing a few sprinkles with the passing of a cold front. That cold front now off towards the east here, but we're looking at a chance at some sunshine for today, which will help us warm up. We're looking at about 29 right now in Bismarck, 42 in Minot, 42 in Williston. You can see here we've got certainly a big difference in morning temperatures from the east and the west. And right now the winds are light, mostly from the west here. Around 5 to 10 they will shift and become northwesterly and increase. We're talking about 15 to 20 sustained, gusting to 20 and 30. So I think the strongest wind gusts today will be along the northern half of the state. But here's the forecast into the rest of the morning. We'll get rid of that fog. We'll get a chance at some sun. I don't think we're going to be completely cloudless, but I think we'll see at least some sunshine to help warm us up. Tonight, back down to the 20s and 30s. Now we do have a chance for a little bit of rain, if not kind of a rain-snow mix here. You can see along our southern counties here. Now high pressure is going to keep this to the south, and that's why folks north of that won't be affected. But if you wake up tomorrow morning in Hettinger and Bowman with maybe a little bit of light snow, very light snow, that's not going to last. Here's the Dickinson 3-day forecast. Temperatures today in the 50s. 40s for tomorrow. We're actually dropping to average, so we've been above average for many of us over the last couple of days. Williston, one of those areas, we hit 65 yesterday for an afternoon temperature. Not quite going to be there, almost 60 this afternoon, but 40s Thursday and into Friday. So here are the daytime highs. Now, if you're in central North Dakota, you're going to be slightly warmer today. If you're in the west, you might be just slightly cooler, especially in the northwest there. Crosby only in the mid-40s and Bismarck in the mid-50s, warming up today for Bismarck. Here's the Minot 7-day forecast. We've got some 40s in store for not just the end of the week, but into the first part of the weekend. It looks like lots of sunshine, several breezy days. That's what we're watching as well. Very small chances for rain. Here's the Bismarck 7-day. Once again, keeping with those 40s and 50s. No major spikes, which I know a lot of us kind of want, so because we want to be outside and enjoy maybe flip-flops and t-shirts. Plenty of time for that. We want to keep this melt kind of a gentle melt, especially with these ice jams we have on the rivers.
Yeah, just as long as we can keep the heavy winter jackets away.
Yep.
Yeah, right now I don't think you need that right now.
All right. Thank you, Amber.
When we return on Good Day Dakota, we'll have your top stories.
Plus, did a decade-old plan have any influence on the number of homeless people in the area? We'll let you know about that when we return.
Thank you for starting your day with Good Day Dakota.
Well, it's 6:51. Welcome back. Here are your top stories today. Chicago prosecutors have dropped all 16 charges against Jussie Smollett. The Empire actor had been accused of faking a hate crime attack on himself, and as part of the deal, Smollett performed community service and forfeited $10,000 in bond money. In response, Mayor Rahm Emanuel called the decision a whitewash of justice, and the police superintendent said that the city is owed an apology. And a Southwest Airlines 737 MAX being ferried to California for storage while the Boeing planes are grounded experienced engine issues on Tuesday. Pilots declared an emergency and returned to the airport in Orlando. The incident came on the eve of the Senate hearings set for today after two 737 MAX 8 jet crashes in less than 5 months. And Purdue Pharma and its owners, the billionaire Sackler family, have settled the first of many lawsuits accusing them of fueling the opioid crisis. The makers of OxyContin agreed to pay the state of Oklahoma $270 million. 36 other states are also suing, and there is a federal case combining about 1,600 lawsuits. Be sure to stay tuned after Good Day Dakota. CBS This Morning will have more on the big stories of the day.
A decade ago, a plan was made to end homelessness in the Bismarck-Mandan area. The Homeless Coalition put an initiative in place in 2008 outlining its goals that it hoped to reach by 2018. After speaking with a member of the coalition, we found out that although the plan was thorough, their sights may have been set a bit high. Now, since the plan was written, there has been a lot of turnover with staff who worked on the original plan, and funding for homelessness was reduced significantly during that 10-year period as well.
Well, due to the harsh winter storm that blew through the state in mid-March, Governor Burgum has waived snow days for school districts that canceled classes in that time period. In an executive order signed Tuesday, Burgum declared a winter storm emergency for 11 counties in the south and east parts of North Dakota, as well as the Standing Rock Sioux Tribe. Counties statewide reported more than $1 million spent on snow removal for the storm. In a statement, Burgum said, quote, "Local officials are concerned about having enough funds to support flood fighting operations, and this emergency declaration is a step towards pursuing a federal disaster declaration that could bring additional resources to our local political subdivisions," end quote. And Burgum indicated in February that he would consider waiving weather-related closure days if, as required by state law, a district has made every effort to make up the missed instruction time. So far, the governor has waived a combined total of 44 days for 19 school districts. Additional waiver requests are being processed and may be granted in the coming weeks.